I'm really happy to introduce Dr. Michael Soucek, the exceptional head of data science, machine learning engineering and visualization at Accenture ASG. At Accenture Applied Intelligence, Michael is responsible for the data science, machine learning engineering and visualization capability in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, co-leading over 200 passionate hands-on data consultants. He is helping to shape the go-to-market strategy and manage teams' operations. In his day-to-day job, he is acting as an analytics translator covering various areas of data-driven transformation and brings almost 10 years of experience in building and leading data science, ML and AI-focused teams. Let's hear his keynote on the future of enterprise data science and AI, from custom build to building blocks.
So, thank you very much, and it's great to be here in Sofia. It's not my first time, but it's for the first time I kind of spent a little bit more time here. So, first of all, John, I'm sorry, but you completely killed my presentation. So, I'm one of the guys who at the beginning thinks about, what's the most content I can put inside. I was sitting up there, and I was looking at it. He has 10 minutes, and in the first 2 minutes, he let people jump. And at the end, it worked. At the end, he brought the message, and I think many of you, when you come back, you will remember what he was talking about. So I will try to do the same. I will not let you jump. Okay, I can jump myself, but I think that won't help either. So let's focus on the content. One thing is clear. There's a fundamental change over the last couple of months in the way how we perceive what AI can do. That's clear. What I want to talk about is, what does it actually mean for the enterprises itself, and what the data and analytics teams inside the companies should actually change. And one of the best ways how to look at it, and in many other presentations it was the same, I think Plamen mentioned it at the beginning, just look at how we've been thinking about the stuff sometimes back. In 2019, this is based on a study done by Accenture, interviewing roughly 1,000 C-level executives. 84% of the C-level executives were saying AI is the most important technological topic we are dealing with, and we are struggling to scale it. We are not able to bring it into production. 75% of those even said, if I'm not going to be able to manage that, in 5 years, I might be out of business. This was 2019. What about now? Gartner released a study not as a couple of months back. Same story. It's for the 4th consecutive year. Is AI the most important technology for the C-level? What does it mean? It has been always there. One of the major things which has changed, now we all see what's possible. So let's deep dive a little bit more. If you look at 2019, in this study, we actually went through a lot of, the research team went through a lot of data, and they split the enterprises in 4 groups. Those who are achievers, who have AI in their business processes, they are managing stuff, they have pure impact on the P&L, 12%. 63%, or maybe even more, are still in the experimentation phase. What does it mean? That means they might have a proof of concept here, they might have some recommendation engines implemented, fair enough. But it's not really this sustainable impact on the P&L, the sustainable value generation. And why is it the case? If you deep dive and talk a little bit with the enterprises and you look at it, it's pointing back to all the same challenges. And they are quite straightforward. Organizational readiness, missing strategy, not the right use cases, the constant fight between business and the IT, who is implementing, the misunderstandings between those guys. Lack of talent. You don't have the right people to implement this. You don't find them on the market and they are too expensive. And your data technology foundation sucks. And we've been all thinking, not we all been thinking, but kind of the perception was that fixing these topics is going to be the major story of the next years. So now what I can tell you, this will stay, this will be still important, and you need to fix this in your company. But there is some additional thing which happened. This whole ChatGPT story, and that's only part of the game. The so-called foundation models arised. and they shift up the gear in the development. There's a one critical thing. Now there are huge models out of the box, which almost without any big adjustment are able to solve important tasks, even out of the box. And that's crazy because a couple of years back, you've been building the whole teams and trying to build everything on your own. And it's not only ChatGPT, it's far more than that. Over the last 5 to 10 years, there were small startup companies focusing on individual use cases, business-specific problems, and their solutions now achieved a maturity which can be brought into businesses. And this is actually the most important game changer. This is the paradigm shift we are looking into. So if we think about what is going to be important for the companies going forward, it's going to be to manage between make and buy, and between consume and customize. OpenAI or ChatGPT 3.5, whatever, with the interface might help you to solve some of your problems. It's easy accessible. If you adjust it, if you do the prompt engineering and put it in your processes, that's where the value is. But the major difference is you don't start from scratch anymore. You can reach in something which is already there on the market. This is the critical change from the enterprise perspective. And even if you look at another part of the survey, 98% of the global executives are saying exactly this. If I look at the implementation of the AI in my company, it's going to be about foundational models. It's going to be about I go on the market, I try to understand what's there, adjust it to my needs, and I'm not going to build everything from scratch. Might take some time, but this is where the market is going. This gear shift leads to the paradigm shift. This idea and the story about the foundation models and the out-of-the-box solutions is actually something which is very close to what we experienced when public cloud came in. 10 years back, many of you are for a longer time in this industry. So it was about how do I build my data center? Can I optimize that? Where do I put my Hadoop clusters and how do I manage this on Spark and everything? Then public cloud came, and the question is not about how do I build it on my own, it's much more about what can I do actually with public cloud out of the box. It's the same we are now going to experience with these AI models. The tendency or the willingness to build everything on your own is just going to be too expensive. It's going to be less about how do I build my own AI. It's going to be about what can I do with the AI and what's the proper use case to find it. So I was actually a little bit faster than I thought, but it's good because at the end it all goes down to these 3 bullet points I wanted to talk about. Many of you guys, you work in the enterprises, you might be head of IT, data scientists, senior people, looking exactly on the topics. What I can assure you, it's going to be about bringing AI into production and into business processes. There is no AI because of AI. It will only generate value if it's tied to a business process and solving a business issue. Compared to what we've seen so far, 3 things I believe will change. Massive move to the consume versus customize. Make versus buy discussions with every implementation of AI. And trust me, this knowledge of the platform and the knowledge of what's there on the market and what to do this will be absolutely a key skill. That's point 2. There will be new skills required in your data science teams. Number 1, business translation is already picking up. So even if you look at the hiring people, the data scientists now for our consulting teams, we are not really hiring a data scientist. We are looking for people who know pricing in financial services and data science, and have the ability to talk to the customers. So this called analytics translator will be extremely important. Prompt engineers, we heard it about. So this is going to be the next thing. It's a different skill. You don't need to really code. You need to understand how you interact. This is going to change also the way how the teams operate. And last but not least, and this is something I personally really believe in, is the ecosystem knowledge. And these conferences are extremely important for that. You need to know what is out there. in order to be able to act efficiently and decide this is what I do on my own and this is what I'm going to buy. Last but not least, hopefully we will shift our focus on data. We all talk about algorithms and what can be done, but there is no reasonable business solution without proper data. You will need data governance, data management, high quality data and available data. So one of the topics which is now completely on the side and everyone is asking, who's going to pay for that? This is going to be important to customize all these models. So this might, again, be something which is now more and more important. Last 20 seconds, and it fits actually perfectly well. Yesterday when I arrived to Sofia, I was going from the city center to the hotel over a small bridge, and there was a guy on an electric guitar playing Wind of Change, and I was thinking, am I going to be fast enough in my presentation to bring this somehow in? Because this is really a wind of change in the way how organizations are structured. This is a different way how you are making decisions about your organization. You are not building, you are consuming and customizing, and you need new skills. Thank you very much.